populace, welcome back to Viva Barca, the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on the latest update. We start with this report claiming that Barcelona will wait for better proposals for the Barca licensing and merchandising sale after insufficient funds, €275 million have been offered, but Barca have said no, they are waiting for better proposals. We are going to be discussing on that as we move ahead. Then secondly, we are going to be talking about this La Masia defender Mika Mamol. It has been reported that the La Masia defender has options to leave Barcelona on loan in the summer. We are also going to be looking at that. So guys, as we get right into it, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel. If you haven't, give the video a like and make sure to watch the video right up to the very end. Barcelona's economic situation has caused them to enter a constant tussle with the CVC deal they rejected a year ago. All of the club's problems could temporarily disappear if they were to sign that agreement, but their reluctance to accept the terms has left them in search of alternate sources of finance. One of the proposed methods of injecting funds into the club's treasury is to sell a 49% stake in its licensing and merchandising arm, known as a BLM. Through this, Barcelona will be very free to a large extent in the current transfer market and can push for targets that they dream of. According to a report from Santiago Valle, Barcelona have received an offer of €200 million with an additional €75 million as add-on for the sale of a 49% stake in Barcelona licensing and merchandising. However, this offer is deemed insufficient by the administration of Barca and has been rejected. The club are now waiting for an improved offer to arrive on the table. Barcelona licensing rights were held by Nike-owned FCB Merchandising for 17 years until 2018. It was only in July of that year that Barcelona regained complete control over their retail operation and installed the BLM organization. While having complete control over the merchandising does imply greater profit, the recent pandemic combined with the team's decline have seen sales plummet. Needless to say, selling a stake for a direct cash injection seems like a better alternative. With the addition of funds through this route, Barcelona can not only afford to bring in their targets like Robert Lewandowski and Jules Koundé, but also register players like Andres Christensen and Frank Kessié. But it seems like Jean Laporta and co are not happy with the current offer of £275 million and are prepared to wait for a better proposal despite the assembly vote set to take place on Thursday. Barcelona were optimistic that the 49% stake will be sold, but unfortunately what they did offer them, the administration saw it as insufficient and they are still waiting for better proposals. There's no time. I hope a better proposal come very soon, because the transfer market is soon officially open. I think July 1st, I think. And Barca should not waste a lot of time in this, because when they get that money, they have to start planning on how to go about their transfer business. Of course, we need that money. We need to bring money to buy the players that we want, because as it stands right now, without Barca going to sell this 49% stake, it's going to be very, very difficult to say Barca will sign any player this season. So as it stands right now, Barca are really, really hoping that a better proposal comes, they sell the BLM, then of course we are good to go. That will help Lewandowski signing, that will help Jules Koundé signing, of course, and of course help to register new players like the Frank Kessiés, the Andres Christensens. Very, 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 very important, I must say. So let's see how it goes. Barcelona have refused their first proposal, which is worth €275 million, and they need more than that. But they have not, they have not put any fixed amount that they wish to, or they are expecting, but they want something reasonable for that. So let's see how it goes in the coming weeks. Then on to the next story of discussion. Barcelona are looking at a big overhaul in the defensive department this summer as out-of-favor stars like Oscar Mingueza, Samuel Umtiti, and Clement Lenglet are expected to move on. At the same time, the club have already added Andres Christensen to the ranks, although the move is yet to be officially announced, and manager Xavi Hernandez is keen on securing another top-quality defender, with Jules Koundé of Sevilla on the agenda. And with Barca also plotting to add versatile Cesar Azpilicueta to provide cover across the backline, there is unlikely to be any room for Barcelona B prospects such as Mika Mamol and Arno Comas to get a look into the senior setup in the coming season. Comas' contract expires at the end of the month and is already reported to be on his way out of the club, but Mamol still has 1 year left on his contract with Barcelona, and Sport reports that the defender could be given a renewal before being loaned out in the summer. The 20-year-old defender played 36 games for Sergi Barjuan's B team last season and even scored a goal. He was also handed his senior debut by Xavi Hernandez late in the campaign against Getafe. A promising left-footed centre-half who can also play at left-back, Mamol has shown great potential, but given the situation at the first-team level, a regular spot is unlikely to come his way in the campaign or in the coming season. So while the defender could be a part of Barcelona's pre-season tour to the USA, he is expected to be loaned out, but only after signing a new contract. The report adds that Mamol is not short of options either, with several clubs from La Liga and La Liga 2 showing interest, while some teams across Europe are also keen. So it will be interesting to see what the immediate future holds in store for the talented defender. Mika Mamol, of course, we have been hearing about him once in a while. He has been a player that have been on and off when it comes to the prospect of playing for the senior setup. And, some of these are players in La Masia. Hardly do they have minutes to play for the senior team, especially these days where Barca give more priority for buying players, unlike at first. So I understand the situation of players like this from La Masia. Really find it really hard, very, very difficult to get minutes because Barca are more of a buying club than at first. Look at the likes of Ferran Jutla, very talented, and we have seen his exploits in the B team, hot, world class, but he couldn't find a way to the senior setup because there was no chance. There are other players that Barca see more important than him. The same as Mika Mamol. At some point, this guy was seen as maybe a future at Barca when it comes to our defenders, maybe a long-term PK replacement. But all that looks a formality, all that looks impossible because Barca won't have a chance for him to play for the senior setup. Barca are looking at maybe external players to bring, the Koulibalys, the Jules Koundés, Andres Christensen. So there's no chance we can see him. So Barca want to extend his contract, which is soon expiring. And the plan right now is to loan Mika Mamol, not selling permanently. That's just the plan from FC Barcelona. So let's see how it goes in the coming weeks.